What finally happened? Russell Wilson is to the bench. The rookie Jaxson Dart is finally stepping into the spotlight. The future of the New York Giants begins now.
I'm just gonna lay everything I have on the line. That's just the way that I play the game. When I step in between those lines, nothing else in the world matters to me except doing everything that I can to win it.
And that's what we need from Jaxson Dart, doing everything he can do to win it. He can scramble, he can run the ball out the pocket, he can throw the deep ball. Look, we want you to do everything to win it, but we don't want you to get hurt. You get hurt, Russell Wilson gonna have to come back in, and we don't need that because he was kind of stagnant. So Jackson, we need you to stay healthy, do everything you can to win the game. It sounds like Josh Allen a little bit. Don't it sound like Josh Allen? I don't like comparing. I don't like doing that because Josh Allen is solidified as a really like an all-time passer. You know what I'm saying? Quarterback right now. You know, he's still in the ring or two, but it's not about him. But what I'm saying is Jaxson Dart, we are ready. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was the biggest Jaxson Dart fan. I'll admit it. I'll eat my crow on that. I wasn't. You know, but I was a big Russell Wilson fan, but seeing how he's played and he had that good game in week 2, I don't know what Russell Wilson problem was. I really don't. Like, I don't know if it's coaching, drawing up, just like it was just no creativity with the offense. I don't know if it was because of Russ or Brian Daboll doing some weird stuff. As of right now, Brian Daboll, to me, the jury's still out on him because I just think we just had a flash season that first season he came in. After that, we just been downhill ever since. I think it was more so the team just happy we didn't have Joe Judge no more, so everybody got this boost of energy. Because Daniel Jones is looking good right now. Saquon Barkley always looked good, and he shined and became a dang near MVP with Philadelphia Eagles, a running back. You know what I'm saying? Haven't had that since near AP era, you know, Adrian Peterson era. So as of right now, Jaxson Dart, we ready for Jaxson Dart. I'm excited about it. Like I said, I wasn't a big Jaxson Dart fan, but not necessarily I wasn't a detractor though, saying that he wasn't good. I was just saying, how good do we know he is? Because he wasn't talked about as much during the draft. You know, people talked about Shador and Cam Ward most, not much about Jaxson Dart. So that's all I was saying. I was holding the media accountable for that. You know, about like, look, are y'all talking about him? We don't know much about him. But obviously the scouts do because they do their homework, obviously. You know, but that's
So, whatever rep that is in practice, whatever competition it may be, I just feel like I'm a competitor. So, whatever I got to do, prepared for the week when I'm on the field to do to win, I'm gonna give it my all.
we ready for Jackson. We ready.
If you believe in yourself and you believe in who you are and you believe in the process of the game and respect of the game, you don't hold anything back. I don't hold my thoughts or my ideas or this experience back from Jax because we're in the same QB room. I think it's even more of a reason why we share. And so, if going back to your question, I think for me personally, it's about helping our team win and whatever I can do to do that.
And I feel so bad for Russ. It looked like he was crying. Is it just me? His eyes look a little red. You know what I'm saying? Coming to the meeting, like he probably was crying or something like that. But, you know, it's very unfortunate for Russell Wilson, man. I was a big Russell Wilson fan. He definitely, to me, a Hall of Famer. His Seattle days, 9 times All-Pro, 1 Super Bowl ring. You know, he's been phenomenal his whole career. It just sucked that what happened to him in Denver. Pittsburgh, he did, he was okay, average. And then with the New York Giants, he hasn't been. We really haven't had a good sample size of him. But our sample size has been enough because we've been pushing this cart down the road for so long with the New York Giants. We've been pushing this cart down the road. It's time to move on. Time for a new chapter because I personally, I'm not a Brian Daboll is kind of like off to me right now. So but I feel for Russ, man. Russ, he's better than this. I hope Russ can. I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping best for him. I don't know if we're gonna release him. I don't know if we're gonna keep him. He's gonna train up Jackson. I don't know what's going through his head. I don't know. Russ got to figure some things out. I think this is the end of the road for him as a starting quarterback. I don't know who else he can go to. He can go to Cincinnati and help out the Bengals, but he hasn't had a good sample size as far as with us the first game and this last game he just played, just throwing the ball deep. We'll see on the Russ thing, but man, I feel bad for him.
Jackson, he was one of my favorite coming out the draft. I like his game. Confident dude. Called him when I saw it, like everybody else saw it, and I said, "I'm here for you. Take advantage of every moment, and don't shy away from the lights. Just go be yourself."
And like his game, that's the thing about Dexter Lawrence. He see talent. He's a talented individual himself. So we're gonna see what Jaxson Dart gonna do. Jaxson Dart shined in the preseason. He was balling out. Malik Neighbor said some things about him too as well. I don't got that video, but this was done on short notice. But Dexter Lawrence, man, he definitely right. Like Jaxson Dart do got talent. Like I said, I wasn't a detractor. I wasn't a huge fan, but not because I didn't think he was good. I just didn't watch him. You know, but the thing about it is Jaxson Dart can actually do well. He can do good. He can be a beast for us. He can be the next franchise quarterback. I'm just happy we got somebody that can run around a little bit. You know, I know nobody's going to be a Lamar Jackson or a Kyler Murray or somebody, but Jaxson Dart can be, you know, a really good runner. You know, and I like the fact that he can scramble. You know, Trevor Lawrence is a statue, as we know, so I'm not even going to compare him to Trevor Lawrence. We know Josh Allen is who he is. But that's where we at right now. Jaxson Dart gonna shine. I believe he's gonna do good. Now it is time for someone to pay for his sins. Pay before the media. Explain yourself, Brian Daboll, for all of this malarkey that's been going on the last couple of years. Hard Knocks been crazy. I think Hard Knocks is more so an indictment on Joe Shane, more so than Brian Daboll. But I do think Brian Daboll's indictment happened throughout the course as he's been the Giants coach post 2022. 2023 was bad, 24 obviously was bad, and obviously here we are in 25. And it's kind of shaky. It's not looking good. But we'll see what happened with Jaxson Dart. But let me hear what he got to say.
In terms of the quarterback situation, I met both with Russ yesterday and Jaxson privately, and Russ was nothing but a pro, which I would expect him to be. It's my decision. We're going with Jaxson. We're going to get him ready to play this week and the remainder of the season. He's going to do everything he can. Russ will be the backup.
And I think that's the thing, too. I think he's lying a little bit. I don't think it was just his decision. I think it was his decision, Joe Shane decision, and Mayor's decision. Mayor was like, look, y'all jobs is on the line. Fans is going to stop coming to the games. They're going to start booing, and that's going to start affecting the New York Giants pockets. They're not going to have enough money, the revenue and income to keep coming in. So you need to make a change now because you ain't going to be able to make a change later. One thing I did see something on ESPN and Fox they talked about with quarterbacks coming in and developing. Most quarterbacks come in, man, they're rookies or whatever. Like, developing them, you really can't develop a rookie quarterback based on what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing. And they get pretty good examples. You either have it or you don't. Only way you can really develop a quarterback if you're able to be in a really good system and they're able to learn behind that system. I.e. Patrick Mahomes. Alex Smith was a good quarterback, I heard today. Like, we know this. Like, I didn't even think about that. The quarterbacks that did sit behind somebody that was in a stable system. So if I think Lamar Jackson came in under Joe Flacco for a little bit. But I think Joe Flacco was struggling. So anyway, so Lamar Jackson started pretty early. But even if you go back to Patrick Mahomes, Alex Smith was a really good quarterback in Kansas City. Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. You know, you got to think about it from that perspective that the quarterbacks that did come in, that did sit and wait under somebody for a year, they were already in a stable motion system. See, that's where the Steelers went wrong. It's not about that's where the Steelers went wrong. At Big Ben y'all still was doing good, winning games, but Big Ben was like it's like a boot on a car. He was dragging y'all down, but you could have brought a young quarterback in to learn behind him, but you know, Big Ben was against that. But it's not about the Steelers. But what I'm saying though about the Giants is we didn't have the opportunity. So I think when Brian Daboll and Joe Shane got hired, they should have tossed Daniel Jones to the side and started anew. It's a new regime. Start over, start fresh. That's what I think. Now Jaxson Dart is here, and then you may have to start fresh again. You never know, because you might have to get rid of this coach and GM, which is something we don't want. But that's all I got for you guys. I go by the name Ayo Mike from High and Low Takes. I'm out.